Yesterday. I'm reviewing Yesterday. So Yesterday is basically about a guy and a girl movie. A guy and a girl movie? A rom-com. Yesterday is basically a rom-com. The only thing special about this movie is that the guy is the only person in the world that seems to remember the Beatles exist. Luckily, he's a musician, so he then rewrites all of the Beatles songs and says that they're his, and rom-com ensues. And for the most part, that's what it is. So if you like a good rom-com, then this one's for you. If you don't, probably leave it alone. I will say the acting is awesome. I really loved all of the characters here. Story-wise, it's pretty basic. As long as you come into this film thinking that you have thinking that you're just gonna have a good time with it and not think too far into it, you'll be fine. As soon as you start thinking too far into it, you'll start just kind of poking plot holes left, right, and center. The plot is very dependent on the romantic comedy side of it, not the, I guess, sci-fi-ness of time travel or alternate universes and paradoxes and everything like that. If you're into that kind of stuff, probably see a different movie. Personally, I loved it. I'm not the biggest fan of the Beatles. I know a lot of their songs and I do enjoy a lot of their songs, but I can't tell you more than probably all four of their first names. John, Paul, George and Ringo. Boom. Not their last name. There's Paul McCartney. It's Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, John Lennon, and Georgie Boy. G-Dog. I don't think you need to know a lot about the Beatles to enjoy this film. You just need to understand that they were quite influential and maybe know a bit of their songs, because there is quite a lot of their songs in this film. It's not a musical, but it does have a lot of music in it, a lot of live performances. It is, however, quite a small cast. It's kind of giving off this indie feel of a film. It's a very small cast in a very kind of small, rounded off world. There are some big scenes in it, but all in all, there's only maybe a good handful of characters that you really need to worry about. Anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to say spoiler-free wise of that. If you do want to hear more of my opinion, I do have a podcast called the Film Size Podcast. We've just reviewed that and that went up today as well, so definitely jump on over. It goes for about half an hour, so it's not a long time out of your day. Yes, and that was my review of Yesterday. That's all I learned was the C chord for that song. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yesterday.